regulation, but you lost them the game just now, and not necessarily on that play call. And I know the game doesn't boil down to one single play, but in this case, it kind of does boil down to those final two plays that Kyron showed us on film. But the Rams, you shouldn't even be in this position. You guys got to play complementary football all 4 quarters. It can't be a one-half thing. The NFL is too good for you to think you can turn it on for 30 minutes and not have to show up those other 30 minutes.
877-710-ESPN. That's the number if you want to get in and talk about what happened tonight at SoFi. 877-710-3776. And Kyren, obviously the fumble was the backbreaker of the game, and not being able to convert on 4th down, obviously a big deal as well. But they make a couple of kicks earlier in the game, and this isn't even a conversation, right? They missed a 53-yarder that shouldn't have been a 53-yarder. They got pushed back because, or not even pushed back necessarily, but they had an easy 1st down. Blake Corum drops the ball on that particular moment. And then you had, after they scored that touchdown, it felt like they were getting ready to go ahead for the first time all night, and they get another kick blocked, Sua.
They've got a lot of issues right now. They got a lot of issues. I'm not sure what the problem is, especially on the PAT field goal team. That's got to get solved because, like we said a week ago or 2 weeks ago, we've got a fish, and clearly they haven't fixed that solution on special teams, and it cost them another game.
Is it they don't know what the problem is? Is it that they don't have the answers to fix it, or is this just something that's going to happen all season long?
No, it's a guy. It's a guy that they're going to replace and get somebody in there that's going to do what he's told. There's only so much you can do on special teams. At the end of the day, it's want to and doing the small things right. That's probably the most important formation where the littlest things matter, and the special teams coach just got to clean it up.
877-710-ESPN. You can come on in, talk about the game tonight. The Rams lose in overtime 26-23. That number again, 877-710-3776.
You know, Trav?
Yes.
I wore a chain necklace tonight.
And eye black.
I put a Rampage sticker on my face, a Rams helmet on my face, so that Chris Shula's defense could suck god-awful in the first half. So Josh Carty could suck god-awful again, and Kyren Williams could suck god-awful again. That's what we had tonight.
I don't think this was on the defense. The other things I'm with
the first half of the defense made Mac Jones look like Matthew Stafford.
They beat him pillar to post in the second half. They
but guess what? You were already
smoked him.
When you're down 2 touchdowns in the first half to a depleted Niners team, that's a big problem.
They got off the field when they needed to do it. They got off the field in overtime when they needed to do it. They put the team, after that, Kyren put it fumbled on the 1
yard line to win the game.
To win the game, but they got to stop right there. So I don't. The defense in the first half, I'm with you, it wasn't great, but that's not why they lost. They lost because they fumbled. They lost because they couldn't make a kick, and they lost because they couldn't gain a yard.
But those aren't new problems. Those aren't new problems.
The defense was bad.
And dropping the ball continues to happen.
The defense was bad in the first half. Second half, they were beating Mac Jones up like he was Mojo Jojo on the Powder Puff Girls. They were beating him black and blue.
No, it was
a gutless performance on a Thursday night primetime game. That stadium was again. Now you told me this is the first time I've experienced Rams-Niners at SoFi.
Yeah.
A sea of red when you're walking up, but you said it was better this season.
It was.
So that's great. But that stadium is so loud for every Niners play. You have to continue to turn. We just talked about this a few days ago, that the city is waiting to root on the Rams. This is a game you have to win on primetime on Thursday night at home. You can't lose it like
this. It's a game you have to win because you had the ball on the 1 yard line with a chance to go in
and you drop it.
Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday night.
The 49ers are number 1 in the NFC West and are now 3-0 against the division and have ran the table effectively as of this moment. The 49ers are the best team in the division as of this moment.
Yes, they are. They are 4-1. The Rams fall to 3-2 after a 26-23
you
loss.
You got to be upset, Travis.
Overtime.
You're upset inside. You're like Mac Jones when he almost threw up on the sideline. I can see you. You're physically ill by this team right now. You want to throw up like Mac Jones wanted to throw up.
I'm not going to throw up. I can't believe they didn't score from the 1 yard line. I can't believe that they didn't decide to throw with Matthew Stafford. I can't believe that they had another kick blocked. Another one. That's the 4th blocked kick that they've had so far this season. They've only played 5 games. They've had 4 blocked kicks.
That's ridiculous.
Insane.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
The equivalent to Kyron's goal line fumble is like hitting the most beautiful approach shot on a par 3 and you put it close and your friends tell you it's a tap in and that you got it, it's a gimme, just pick it up and you go, no, I want to see this bird, and then you lip out. That's what that goal line fumble reminded me of.
Back of the hole, Sue. And overtime's your fault. We'll talk about that coming up
It is.
in just a little bit as well. 26-23, the final in overtime. The Niners over the Rams. We got some of your phone calls coming up as well. 877-710-ESPN. It's all coming up on the Toyota Postgame Show on the ESPN LA Rams Radio Network.
Hey, it's me, your heart valve. The blood flowy thing in your heart. Ooh, hear that? The whole stadium's cheering for heart valve screenings? Detecting heart valve disease is super important, especially if you're over 65. It's deadly if you don't treat it. That's right. Boo! Heart valve disease! Boo! Good news is, early detection saves lives. Go to listentoyourvalves.com and get screened for heart valve disease. Oh, and go Rams!
It's another exciting game day for Rams fans, and on game days, it's all about more. More action, more noise, and more savings. That's right, Rams fans save up to 35 cents per gallon on game days with a fuel rewards program from Shell. That means you can keep your tailgates going all season long. So don't drop the ball on saving more at the pump. Download the app, join the fuel rewards program, and take your savings all the way to the end zone. Terms and conditions apply. Visit www.fuelrewards.com/Rams for full offer details.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Los Angeles International Airport's People Mover trains begin rolling early next year as part of LAX's ongoing investments to transform and improve your travel journey. The People Mover trains will quickly move guests between their terminals and our new consolidated rental car center, metro trains and buses, economy parking, and Kiss and Fly lot. The trains will make it simple and fast to get to your LAX destination in 10 minutes or less, and trains depart every 2 minutes beginning in early 2026. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN.
When it comes to unique experiences, pick TickPick. You're picking the official fan experience partner of the Los Angeles Rams with no hidden fees ever. So pick TickPick for your chance to enjoy an all-exclusive experience at the TRD Pro Club at SoFi Stadium every game. A chance to experience the national anthem on the field, or the opportunity to spend time with friends and family on the field pregame or postgame. Don't let fees get between you and a great game day. Download the TickPick app and enjoy the best experiences supporting your Los Angeles Rams this year. Game day means food, friends, and your LA Rams. Don't stress over the spread. Let Vons or Albertsons be your personal game day coach. Our deli is loaded with touchdown-worthy eats. From crispy golden fried chicken to wings and sandwiches, we've got you covered. Craving chips and guacamole? We've got that too. Order online and pick up your game day feast for free when you spend $30 or more. It's easy, it's convenient, and it's the winning play for your party. Albertsons and Vons, official grocery partner of the Los Angeles Rams.
Hey Los Angeles, your Rams return home to SoFi Stadium on Sunday, November 2nd to host the Saints in a classic NFC West versus NFC South showdown. You can experience this game live from SoFi Stadium by visiting therams.com/NO. Again, that is therams.com/NO to see stars like Puka Nacua, Matthew Stafford, and Jared Verse battle Alvin Kamara and the Saints on Sunday, November 2nd at 1:05 p.m. Grab your tickets now, and we'll see you at the Rams house.
Hey, it's Cap. We're all over Rams football tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. on the all-new Sedano and Cap Morning Show, reacting to everything from Rams-Niners tomorrow on ESPN LA.
This is the Rams postgame show on the ESPN LA Rams Radio Network.
Time to recap Rams-Niners. Week 5, Thursday Night Football from SoFi Stadium.
We react right now on the Rams postgame show live from Hollywood Park Casino. Hollywood Park Casino Park Party and Play.
Now live from Hollywood Park Casino, back to Travis and Sua right now.
Rams come up short 26-23 at SoFi in overtime. They had the ball with a chance to go in and score the go-ahead touchdown with under a minute to go, and Kyren Williams puts it on the ground. Rams actually get it back and manage to go down, kick a game-time field goal. They end up losing in overtime. 4th and 1 from the San Francisco 11. They decide to go for it. Instead of kicking it, Kyren Williams gets stuffed in the backfield, Sue, and here we are. The Rams are 3-2.
Yeah, this is not good. This is not good at all, and it's crazy because now that Eagles loss hurts even more, even though it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Because you're looking at a season where you could easily be undefeated. Instead, not only did you give away a game to the team that you, quote-unquote, need a revenge game against before you reach them in the playoffs, because that's what you have to go through, you just give up a very winnable game against the Niners, a division rival at their worst.
Who had no starters playing.
No, they're at their worst.
No starters.
You made Mac Jones.
Mac Jones looked like a starter tonight.
You know who ruined the sanctity of the post-game show tonight? It's not me with my antics. And there's going to be plenty of antics tonight. It's this gutless Rams team at the end. And here's why they're gutless. Because of what transpired on the 1-yard line, the kicking, and the defense in the first half. I'm sorry, Travis. I have become the biggest Rams fan. Look at that. I'm wearing a necklace, a chain necklace.
That defines everything.
You haven't said anybody
I've got eye tattoos on.
Yeah.
The fumble was – look, they had a drop. They had 2 fumbles. They had a missed kick. They had a blocked kick. And, I mean, go ahead and pass around the blame because there's plenty of it to go around.
Our friend O'Shea Jackson Jr. just tweeted that he bet on the game.
A lot of people bet on the games.
Yeah, but this was a tough line to bet on, especially after.
Not really. Not at 8.5.
No, I think O'Shea was insinuating that somebody making the play calling or fumbling the ball had bet on the game.
Well,
let's try our first phone call.
Are you saying Kyron Williams had action going on it?
I'm saying that no.
Kind of like that certain USC game where oddly enough fumbles are happening out of nowhere.
He fumbles all the time. This
Kyron?
is nothing new.
Yeah, no, exactly.
This is not like this is the first time he put it on the ground in his career.
Yeah,
He's been fumbling for a number of seasons.
And we just give him a new contract.
Let's go to Ben in Santa Paula. Ben, you are on the Rams postgame show. What's going on, Ben?
Yeah, I was wanting to talk about that field goal kicker, and his style doesn't work for him. I think the game is way too big for him. He's such a terrible kicker when it comes to pressure.
All right, so take me through this. Go ahead, Ben. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He's just saying to talk about the kicker.
Take me through this. Are they getting these kicks blocked because Carty is doing something wrong, or are they getting these kicks blocked because somebody up front is doing something wrong?
No, it's the front. It's the 100% the front. The only time you have to worry about a kicker getting a kick block is when it's so far that he has to kind of lower the trajectory of the kick so he can't put as much air on it. That's when those linemen can get those hands on it. But the penetration is so immediate that if he doesn't get that ball out as quick as he can, it's going to get blocked.
Yeah, I mean, 4 block kicks in 5 games is 4 too many. You shouldn't have 4 block kicks
maybe
in a season.
one or 2 a season.
Right, and that makes 4 through it's October 1st today or 2nd today. Just
look at that red coming in here. You want me to go into this crowd?
It's
they're
up to you, buddy. That's up to you.
They're about to get after
your antics in the postgame show.
Are they still scumbags?
Hey, let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the ESPN LA Rams radio network.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
So what do you do if you're? What are you saying to your guys if you're Sean McVay right now?
I'm
Sean
pissed.
McVay, relentlessly positive. He's always finding silver linings in everything, but not a lot of silver linings tonight. So Matthew Stafford was great. Tutu Atwell had a big catch, but so many mistakes from so many different people.
If I know Sean, he's in the studio, he's rubbing his beard profusely, and he's going, "Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. There are a lot of things we need to take care of. We got to get back to the board. We got to start doing the simple things right." And yeah, I don't know. I know that we're a lot better than this. I feel like that's how the post-game speech went.
And you had, like you mentioned a second ago, there was real opportunity there. Not only what happened in Philadelphia a couple of weeks ago, but first division game of the year. San Francisco has the easiest schedule in the NFL through the rest of the season. This is an opportunity to put one in your back pocket against the team that's most likely to challenge you for the division lead. And you just,
smoke it.
Had it been one mistake, you can kind of say, all right, they made a mistake here. Take your pick. Drops, fumbles, special teams miscues. I think the decision to go for it was a fine decision. I would have had Matthew Stafford throw it as opposed to run it right there, but plenty of blame to go around for sure.
Yeah, it's just, and I'm not surprised because this is what the Rams have been doing, and this has been their brand of football this season, and it's inconsistent play one half and then polar opposite the second half. It's slow start and then hit the ground running or come out blazing and then fizzle out towards the end. They have not put together 4 full quarters of complimentary football, and it's going to be hard to win. It's going to be hard to win your division, let alone the NFC, if you can't find a way to figure it out for 60 minutes.
All right, let's try another phone call here. Em, what do we got?
Let's go to Matthew in Lake Elsinore. Matthew?
Yep, I'm here. So,
yeah, what's up,
Matthew?
I think.
Yes, sir. We should have just tied the game. I mean, the way Kyren was playing and our receivers weren't catching the ball, why go on 4th down? Just kick the field goal and take the risk, tie the game. Defense is playing pretty good. Pull Cowboys and Packers, but, that's what I would have done. We lost. A tie is better than a loss, right?
Yeah, I don't have a huge problem, Sewell, with the decision to go for it. Had he kicked it, does the game end in a tie? Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Maybe they get the ball back.
Maybe so many kicks are getting blocked. We kick the field goal and it gets blocked again, and it's like you go for it.
I don't have a problem with the decision to go for it by a lot. What my objection is, Matthew Stafford had not missed a throw in about an hour and a half. He was just dropping dimes all over the field. That was the decision to take the ball out of his hands. I get it. It's the NFL. You should be able to move the ball a yard, but that's not the Rams' specialty. They are not a tush-push team, right? To get that 1 yard felt, I don't want to say it was 50-50 or whatever it is, but I'm going to go down with Matthew Stafford. I'm not going to go down with Kyren.
And maybe that's why he ran it. Maybe because all his tendencies and tips are telling you this team is passing the ball right here, and maybe just got a little too smart for his own good.
Yeah. And again, way more good decisions than bad decisions, and this did not. I'm really reluctant to say that there was that fumble on the goal line was the game. That was they'd had a bunch of mistakes leading up to it. They'd had some untimely penalties. They had missed a point after.
Put together a beautiful drive.
But they drive down. They're burning clock. Mac Jones has got his tongue hanging out, literally. Literally his tongue is hanging out. He's getting ready to puke. And they put the ball on the ground on the 1 yard line.
I laugh because this team had no business competing with this Rams team. They were missing 5 of their starters.
Purdy, Kittle, Bosa, Pearsall, and Jennings.
Their entire offensive production is out of the way. And you allow Christian McCaffrey. I think Christian McCaffrey had like 5 catches for 40 yards in the first half and like 30 yards rushing. He had 100 total yards in the first half. And he's the reason why Kendrick Bourne had 10 catches for 160 yards, because when you have a guy that's so versatile that he can sneak out the backfield, you can go screen game, you can go quick game, you can put him at slot, your defense is stretched thin trying to aid those linebackers, which now makes your DBs in one-on-one situations on the outside. And it was pitch and catch all night.
Let's talk about that, because this was not a murderer's row of receivers. So when they do start to play guys like we saw in Philadelphia, what ultimately does that look like? That is coming up next on the Rams Postgame Show on the ESPN LA Rams Radio Network.
Ever feel like the road is out to... Thankfully, Hyundai is always working to ensure it doesn't, with over 130 IIHS Top Safety Awards since 2006. IIHS Top Safety Awards include Top Safety Pick and Top Safety Pick Plus awards to Hyundai vehicles from 2006 to 2025.
Right now, for a limited time, get 1.99% APR on the Hyundai Tucson or the Tucson Hybrid. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end November 3rd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
From breaking down the biggest stories in sports to wild TSA run-ins at the airport.
Man, they took my Tinactin.
Who did?
The TSA. They took my Tinactin,
he's so
man.
mad about
tough acting Tinactin.
My tough acting Tinactin.
That's the kind of real-life, laugh-out-loud stories you only get on the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show.
Did you have the big can?
I had the big can.
Can't bring the big can.
Can't bring it.
It's a charter.
DeMarco Farr, Travis Rogers, and the crew.
Took my Tinactin, bro.
Weekday afternoons on 710.
And I'm fighting a battle down here right now. But I mean, I've been following like the can, like to the nth degree, spraying between the toes and on top of the feet. It's getting bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to keep them dry.
Yeah, it's hard when you're walking a million
Got
miles.
hammer time down there?
You didn't have to go there, man.
You did not.
The DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show. Weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and streaming live on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Your mornings just got a whole lot louder.
2 massive LA radio superstars.
Sedano and Cap have taken over Morning Drive on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
I'm a great tipper. Cappy's the one that never tips. He's the one that's always complaining. Why is everything got to be a tip? I tip all those mother bleepers.
Don't just listen. Watch, stream, and connect across every platform.
Not a radio station, but a multi-platform operation. Okay?
Yeah, get him, George.
The Sedano and Cap Morning Show. 7 to 9 a.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
And 9 to 10 a.m. for the YouTube-only hour.
The freaking curtains open, we bust out through them, and we hit the airwaves.
Because weekday mornings in LA belong to Sedano and Cap.
Yo, I'm your old basketball. Haven't seen you out on the courts in a while. Why not pass me over to Goodwill? Donating me helps Goodwill's mission to provide career training and support services right here in the community. And that's a slam dunk. Donate today. Hey, I got next.
To find your nearest Goodwill locations and to learn more about our mission, please visit Goodwill.org. Goodwill, where your things start new lives.
Hey, it's DeMarco Farr. Hear what I have to say about tonight's battle between the Rams and the Niners. Tomorrow on the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show, 3 p.m. on your home for Rams football, ESPN LA.
This is the Rams postgame show on the ESPN LA Rams Radio Network.
Recapping everything that went down tonight at the Palace in Inglewood. Week 5, Thursday Night Football is a final.
And live today from Hollywood Park Casino, Park Party and Play. We react right now with Travis and Sue of the Rams postgame show. Your reaction at 877-710-ESPN.
You're listening to the Rams postgame show.
This is the Rams postgame show. Now live from Hollywood Park Casino. Back to Travis and Sua right now.
Huge missed opportunity for the Rams today at SoFi Stadium. They dropped the game to the 49ers in overtime, 26-23. Multiple chances for the Rams to get this done today, Sua. And, you know, I think part of it, you know, added to the list of the fumbles and the drops and the penalties and the play calling and a handful of other things along the way. But they got off to another really slow start. They just could not get anything cooking until the second half, really.
It's actually impressive to see how Stafford can spend the first half not being as productive, missing throws, not going over 150 yards, and somehow find a way to almost finish with 400 yards. That's really hard to do, and I feel like he's done that 3 of the first 4 weeks of the season.
Is there a way, because it seems like when they go to tempo, when they start to play faster, that Stafford gets better. Is there a way to come out of the gate, like from the opening drive with that sort of tempo, or is that just not a sustainable way to do it?
I don't know. It depends on the offense. Sometimes you want to clock manage. Sometimes you feel like you can physically impose yourself on the team and dominate and go on a nice little 7 to 10 play drive that might eat up a lot of clock. And that's what you want to do. You might be wanting to give your defense a break. Sometimes there's a personnel you want to keep the defense in, and that's why you go on ball. But it did seem like the Rams today, whenever they were on the ball, no huddle, they got a lot of chunk plays and stayed on the field and extended a ton of drives.
Time of possession heavily tilted towards the 49ers. 40 minutes. The Rams just a little over 26 minutes of time of possession. 877-710-ESPN. That is the phone number if you would like to get in and talk about this very, very difficult loss, 26-23. Emily, who's up next?
Let's go to Andrew and Whittier. Andrew?
Hey, how's it going, guys? Thanks for having me on. Sure. I know you guys have talked about this already, but I'm with you, Travis. I don't mind going for it on 4th down. I think you have to in that situation. But again, you're running it with a 5'7", you know, that's being nice, a 5'7" running back, and against the biggest part of the 49ers defense, and then you're running up against the side with Willis McClendon. Havenstein wasn't in there. So you're running on his side of the field, 1 yard. We never get those yards. We never get those. And like you mentioned earlier, we were knifing down the field. Put the ball in Puka's hands for a jet sweep or Devontae out the, something going out the side. But I just don't understand that specific play call, especially after calling another timeout to kind of see what the defense was doing. I don't know. I can't agree with that at all.
Look, I'm with you. I thought that the decision was, questionable for a variety of different reasons. But at the top of it, Sue, here are Matthew Stafford's numbers in the second half. He was 21 of 34 for 280 yards and 2 touchdowns. He was just carving people up. I mean, he was doing whatever he wanted out there. And, it's A, hot hand, B, that's Matthew Stafford. The reason you have Matthew Stafford is for moments like this, for him to make a throw, for him to make a decision, for them to give it to a guy who already had fumbled once. And like the caller was saying right there, that is not the play that the Rams get over and over again. When they get it, it feels like they get it by about a half a football. That's not something that, they need 1, they get 2. It's like they need 1, they either get a half or just barely 1. The decision to go, great. The decision to run the ball, that was the one that had me scratching my head.
Yeah, I think it doesn't have anything to do with Kyron's size necessarily. He's an effective runner. He's been one. He just fumbles, and he has a fumbling issue that's been prevalent for the last few years. But any defense in that situation could have stopped the run simply because they were going all in on the run. It's not just size, and they were just preparing for the Rams to run the football. If they go play action right there or pass the ball out of that look, I think that goes for an easy 6.
Literally the play before, when they were on the 12 or the 13-yard line, Kyren had a nice run to get them down near the goal line, and you could see him going through, 2 hands on the ball and holding on tight. And then fast forward one play, it gets punched out and by Collins, and that was the game. I mean, I know that they ended up getting it back, and I know that they kicked a field goal and went to overtime, so there was more football after that, but they go in right there, especially the way that Jones was under pressure in the second half. It felt like that was the game right there, and it slipped through their fingers.
It 100% was the game. Even when it went into overtime, you just felt all that momentum and all the air left the stadium because they felt the game was over. And
they can't kick. That's the other part about going for it. The decision to go for it right there is I like the decision, especially considering their inability to make easy kicks. I mean, we saw a PAT get blocked today. We saw a field goal get missed today. There is
there's no
sure
guarantee.
thing.
There's no guarantee.
None.
In the current situation with the kicking team right now, there's no guarantee. They set up and play for the field goal, and then it gets blocked, and now all we're hearing is how conservative the Rams played it, and then they gave the
And look at what San Francisco was able to do. Pinheiro hits a 59-yarder, at one point in this game. He makes one in overtime that literally glances off the left upright, and instead of getting kicked out, it gets kicked in. Just, a million different things that one of them goes the other way and the Rams win this game. But most of the mistakes by the Rams today were self-inflicted. This was not something that the Niners did to them. This was something they did to themselves.
The Rams have to figure this out because you're not going to beat a single playoff NFC team beating yourself. You continue to shoot yourselves in the foot, starting slow. And again, this is a bad – right now, this is a bad 49ers team because of all the weapons that are out. And they're leading the division.
I have a stat that's kind of humbling, but since the start of 2023, Kyren Williams' 7 fumbles lost are the most among running backs over that span.
More than Ramadre?
Yes.
Really?
Since when? When was the
Since
start
2023.
Since he's come into the league.
Yes.
He has the most fumbles amongst all
and
backs.
that's not the amount of fumbles. That's the amount of fumbles lost. So there are additional fumbles on top of that the Rams have been able to cover.
He has 10 total fumbles.
Yeah, that's
3 weren't lost.
9 too many. 8 too many. I mean, that's and the one today was one that's going to stick around. By the way, Blake Corum had a fumble tonight as well. So it's not
are they pumping the footballs up too much? Derrick Henry's fumbling this year.
Yeah, maybe those kicking balls are flying longer than ever before.
Yeah.
But guys having a little trouble holding on to it. More of your phone calls coming up in just a little bit. Plus, we will hear from the head coach of the Los Angeles Rams, Sean McVay. It's all coming up on the Rams postgame show on the ESPN LA Rams radio network.
Hey guys, it's producer Lindsay, and this football season, it's time to celebrate game day with Stella Rosa wines. From tailgates to touchdowns, Stella Rosa brings the flavor and excitement with your chance to win a trip to a major football game on January 1st. Prizes include game tickets, airfare, and hotel accommodations, all covered by Stella Rosa. Sip, cheer, and celebrate all season long. Enter now at stellarosa.com/tailgate2025. Must be 21 years of age or older. Please enjoy responsibly.
The Volvo XC90 is equipped with 7-seat versatility for surprise team practice carpools, dynamic storage for when quick stops at the antique market turn into a whole new living room set, with Google built in for when you choose the road more exciting, and innovative technology and advanced safety features for all your precious cargo. The Volvo XC90, designed for life. Visit volvocars.com/US to learn more. Google is a trademark of Google LLC.
Whether it's talking sports or calling each other out when the food bill comes, Sedano and Cap have taken over Morning Drive.
Hey, unlike you, I pay for all my food. Stop that.
Good sandwich.
I support small local businessmen, man.
Oh, okay, and I don't.
I'm just saying.
No, I don't.
You'd want a freebie.
Well, I'd support them.
The Sedano and Cap Morning Show, 7 to 9 a.m. on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
The Lake Show lives here.
There should be no excuse why we can't make things happen on the fly.
LeBron for the dunk.
Thought I told you time
and time again that we won't stop.
Lakers basketball is back. LeBron James, Luka Doncic, and the purple and gold hit the desert for preseason Game 1.
Three-pointer by Luka. That's good.
Lakers Suns. The preseason starts Friday night. Coverage begins at 5:30 p.m.
Your Lakers, your season, your home. ESPN LA.
Hey, it's John Ireland. Rams football right now, and Laker basketball tips off the preseason tomorrow. We're talking about it on Mason and Ireland tomorrow at noon on ESPN LA.
This is the Rams postgame show on the ESPN LA Rams Radio Network.
Time to recap Rams Niners. Week 5, Thursday Night Football from SoFi Stadium.
We react right now on the Rams postgame show live from Hollywood Park Casino. Hollywood Park Casino Park Party and Play.
Now live from Hollywood Park Casino, back to Travis and Sua right now.
26-23, the final score from SoFi. The Niners beat the Rams in overtime. The Rams get stuffed on 4th and 1 from the San Francisco 11. That is where the game ended. We will hear from Sean McVay coming up in just a little bit. Right now, we are here at Hollywood Park Casino. Sue and I, along with none other than Chris Morales, who is with the people.
You know what, guys? It was a heartbreaking night. Gary from Oceanside's here. He was at SoFi tonight. Gary, are you as heartbroken as I am, sir?
Yes, I was heartbroken to see ball security issues pop up again with Kyren Williams right at the moment we need him. And then the play calling at the end.
What was up with the play calling, man? What's up with Josh Carty? He's got to go.
I don't know. I watch Travis and DeMarco every day. DeMarco says it's a cadence issue, but I don't know. This keeps popping up. I don't know what's going on.
I wore a chain necklace tonight for these Rams. I put tattoos on my face. You know what they are, Gary? They're gutless.
My ear ruptured on Sunday at the game. So then I got to come in here thinking we turned the page, and I got to walk out in shame because we bungled a game we could have won.
That's the worst part.
And it's tough. It's tough.
Gary, have one for me tonight. Thank you, Gary. Travis, the people are very upset. I would be upset, too. I'm trying to avoid Niner fans, but they're everywhere.
Well, welcome to the first Niner game at SoFi Stadium.
It's like a sea of cockroaches of Niner fans.
You did threaten them and call them scumbags. Not 72 hours
I haven't called them
ago.
scumbags yet.
Not yet. We're not
the
quite there
scumbag
yet.
Niner fans are everywhere.
Gary said something, I think that's exactly right. It was just a massive missed opportunity. This isn't something that they got outclassed. This is where they gave it to the 49ers 5 different ways. They gave them a nice big lead. They come all the way back. They have multiple opportunities to take the lead, to win the game, and they just can't finish it. This is a Rams failure to finish the game much more than it was the Niners finding a way to win it.
It's the Philly game all over again, except even worse, because you can't silver line this thing where it's, well, you know, we had the best team in the NFL right where we wanted them. Or if they don't get the little fluke block kick, then we're undefeated right now. Nope. You got out-physicaled. You got outscored. You got beat at your own game. And you got beat by backups. There is nothing.
And not one or two of them.
Not one or two of them.
This was, again, let's go through the list again. No Nick Bosa. No Jawan Jennings. No Pearsall.
No Kittle.
Your starting quarterback is not there. Your all-pro tight end is not there. And they still go out.
And
by the
you're
way,
on the
Mac
road.
Jones and you're on the road
on a short week off a loss.
Yes. All of those things. And
Wow.
they still find a way to win the game 26-23. Let's try another phone call here. Em, what's next?
Let's go to Isaac in LA. Isaac?
Yes. First, good evening, gentlemen. First, I want to say thank you for this therapy session because it's much needed. I have thrown up several times. I have a question. The play
More or
calling,
less than Mac Jones threw up tonight, because it looked like he threw up twice.
I think I surpassed him. The thing of it is like I'm mystified as to what the last play call. I'm sorry. Stafford is on a roll, you know, and they give it to Kyren, and you know I want the guy to succeed, but he's not inspiring too much confidence. It's like the Dodgers bullpen. He's killing me, man. He's killing me. Travis,
No, look,
the Dodgers
hey,
bullpen
Isaac,
catches a stray.
Isaac, I can't do Dodger bullpen stuff right now. I'm dealing with a lot of Rams stuff right now. We're dealing with fumbles. We're dealing with missed kicks. We're dealing with bad play calls on fourth down. And here comes
Don't take
Isaac
it over
with
the
the
edge.
Dodger bullpen take. I just can't, Isaac. You're right. I'm not saying that you're not right, but I can't do it. I'll go back to it again. I know that Carney's going to catch a lot of heat, and maybe he should, but I got to. Sua, these are not misses. They're not clearing the line of scrimmage. These do not feel like kicker problems to me. This feels like up front problems.
Yeah, no. I mean, from my experience, the first issue whenever a kick's getting blocked is the front line. If there's a leaky gap, there's somebody not taking their step, they're not going to their leverage, and they're just not being disciplined in their technique. After that gets cleaned up, then once kicks keep getting blocked, you start looking like, okay, let's look at the distance because maybe our kicker's leg's not strong enough, so he's hitting line drives. But in this case, they're getting blocked from 10 yards, 20 yards, 30 yards. They're just getting blocked.
When was a PAT?
PAT's a 30-yard field goal. You know,
those are. I mean, guys are banging through 60-yarders like they're nothing now, and we can't get the ball past the line of scrimmage. It was a failure on multiple levels, and at the top of the list, I know. Here's a number for you. Since 2023, Emily just mentioned this. Kyren Williams has 7 fumbles lost. That leads the NFL, and you can say, hey, every once in a while somebody's going to punch one out. Every once in a while somebody's going to make a great play. 7 fumbles since 2023 is too many fumbles. Full stop.
Yeah,
there's no excuse.
That's a lot of fumbles. There's guys that go like 200 carries without a fumble, and it's a huge thing. They fumble once in 4 years. And it's like, Derrick Henry, his first fumble in 3 years in his career.
Yep.
7 in 2.5 years is ridiculous.
All right, I'll go right back to what we were just talking about with Isaac mentioned, the Dodger bullpen. Relief pitchers, it's between your ears a lot of times. You expect to pitch poorly, and you pitch poorly. Is Kyren Williams having is fumbling on a similar level where once you kind of start to do it, it's really hard to stop doing it?
I don't think he's necessarily thinking about it until it happens, and that's when he's like, and then now I'm not even thinking about making a play or running the football. I'm just both hands on this ball. And you could kind of see early in the game, the Rams tried to strip at the ball with Kyren, and you saw him going into piles, holding it, and just trying to get down to the ground. So maybe the 49ers saw early, like, oh, he's a little loosey-goosey with that ball.
7 fumbles since 2023 is a lot of fumbles, and 4 blocked kicks in 5 weeks in the NFL is way too many blocked kicks. More of your phone calls coming up next, plus you'll hear from the head coach, Sean McVay. It's all straight ahead on the Rams postgame show on the ESPN LA Rams Radio Network.
Coach, the energy out there felt different. What changed for the team today?
It was the new game day scratchers from the California Lottery. Players everything. Those games sent the team's energy through the roof.
Are you saying it was the off-field play that made the difference on the field?
Hey, a little play makes your day, and today, it made the game. That's all for now.
Coach, one more question.
Play the new Los Angeles Rams Scratchers from the California Lottery. A little play can make your day. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 years or older to purchase, play, or claim.
Some things are better live. That's why at Unifi Financial Credit Union, we staff our call center with live Unifi team members. So instead of this...
Sorry, there's no one available to take your call.
You get this.
This is John from Unifi. How are you today?
So whether you need to move money, open a credit card, or take out an auto loan, you can connect live with a Unifi team member in any state, 7 days a week. Unifi Financial Credit Union. Connect your way. Now the official credit union of the Los Angeles Rams. Unifi is an equal opportunity lender insured by NCUA.
Hey, Los Angeles, your Rams return home to SoFi Stadium on Sunday, November 2nd to host the Saints in a classic NFC West versus NFC South showdown. You can experience this game live from SoFi Stadium by visiting therams.com/NO. Again, that is therams.com/NO to see stars like Puka Nacua, Matthew Stafford, and Jared Verse battle Alvin Kamara and the Saints on Sunday, November 2nd at 1:05 p.m. Grab your tickets now, and we'll see you at the Rams house.
Hey Rams fans, we've teamed up with Bloom Ranch to ensure we have the healthiest fans in the league. That's why we're committed to delivering some of the freshest fruits and veggies to your door. And here's the best part. The first 100 boxes are on us. That's right. We're giving away the first 100 boxes. After that, enjoy 30% off on your first box upon signing up at www.bloomranchofacton.com and enter promo code ThankYouRams. There are no fans like Rams fans. Winning and getting healthier together is the real flex. So hurry, this offer won't last forever. Follow Bloom Ranch on IG and share how you're getting healthier using #BloomRamFit.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Los Angeles International Airport's People Mover trains begin rolling early next year as part of LAX's ongoing investments to transform and improve your travel journey. The People Mover trains will quickly move guests between their terminals and our new consolidated rental car center, metro trains and buses, economy parking, and Kiss and Fly lot. The trains will make it simple and fast to get to your LAX destination in 10 minutes or less, and trains depart every 2 minutes beginning in early 2026. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN.
You can tell Halloween is near by all the colorful Christmas lights. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
3 amazing cigars, spectacular spirits, and a feast fit for kings. Also, a live performance by Martini Kings. Smoking good times, October 5th.
Number 2.
We're giving away a Land Rover Defender, October 30th.
And the number 1 reason.
Catch Brett Michaels' only SoCal engagement, November 21st, only at Morongo.
Morongo, good time.
Hi, this is Kyron Williams with your LA Rams. The Rams play here. LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN. Listen to every Rams game on the all-new ESPN LA app.
This is the Rams postgame show on the ESPN LA Rams Radio Network.
Recapping everything that went down tonight at the Palace in Inglewood. Week 5, Thursday Night Football is a final.
And live today from Hollywood Park Casino, Park Party and Play. We react right now with Travis and Sue of the Rams postgame show. Your reaction at 877-710-ESPN.
You're listening to the Rams postgame show.
This is the Rams postgame show. Now live from Hollywood Park Casino. Back to Travis and Sua right now.
26-23, the final score from SoFi. The Niners beat the Rams in overtime. The Rams fumble at the 1-yard line with a chance to go in and score the go-ahead touchdown late in the game. Kyron Williams puts it on the deck yet again. Sean McVay decides to go for it on 4th and 1 in overtime from the San Francisco 11. That does not get done as well. And the Rams end up losing their first division game of the year, 26-23. Morales, what do you got?
There's Niner fans everywhere. They're everywhere, Travis. Sir, what's your name?
My name is Reggie Marable. What's up?
Reggie, your Niners really took the... Give me, I'm wearing a Rams necklace for this.
Hey, listen, it's a rivalry game. You thought you spotted us 7 points. We showed up. We took y'all down. 49ers, let's go.
Actually, it was 8.5. Actually, it was only...
Yeah. I should have put like $1,000 in.
You should have, Reggie. Tough night for us, but you know what? We'll get you next time, maybe.
Let's go.
Oh, Travis, it's heartbreaking tonight.
Yeah,
heartbreaking what you're putting me through tonight.
When you fumble on the 1-yard line, it's not a super lot of fun.
There's so many Niner fans everywhere.
Yeah, well, this is not new. This has been an ongoing issue. I don't think Chris.
I guess the audio. The audio's working like the Rams offense on the 1-yard line.
Sporadically, indeed. The man in charge of the offense, the man who decided to put it in Kyron Williams' hands on 4th and 1, Sean McVay, he spoke after the loss.
Coach, the 4th down call.
It's a bad call. It's a bad call by me.
You called 2 timeouts. Were you considering different calls or kind of can you walk us through that?
Thought about maybe trying to draw them off sides. I took one, they took the other, and it was a poor decision by me right there. But, you give the Niners credit. They made enough plays to be able to win the football game. We had plenty of chances throughout this game. We stayed in it. We fought. We battled. But there's a lot of things that we have to be able to clean up and a lot of football left. But I'm pretty sick right now. I'm sick of the spot that I put our group in to end the game. But, hey. These are the tough beats that you got to be able to learn from and move forward, and that's what we're going to do.
Any thought of kicking the field goal there?
No.
None at all?
No. In hindsight, I wish I would have, but no. We came in here to try to win the football game. It didn't go down for us, Gary. That wasn't even a thought, but the play selection was very poor. I'm sick right now because I put our players in a spot, and I got to live with that.
There were mistakes in all 3 phases.
There were. Yeah, you have to, ultimately it's my responsibility. We weren't ready to go. There was a lot of guys that gave us chances, but I'm really disappointed. while also excited about being able to use this as an opportunity to be able to respond. Right now, it doesn't feel good. You were hoping to be able to have a few days off to be able to enjoy it, and this will certainly not make for a great weekend, but it will offer an opportunity for us to continue to show that we're made of the right stuff, which I have zero doubt. I do think our execution can be much sharper in all three phases, and that'll be a focal point for us when we come back.
Couple more, guys. Sean, when a team has a 4th and short, why do you blame yourself for that particular call? I mean, obviously it didn't work, but
I think there's better, my job is to try to put our players in successful situations and outcomes, and that wasn't it right there.
Sean, do unforced errors compound sometimes for a team? And if so, did that happen tonight?
Yeah, it did. It did happen, and I mean, we had a chance to close the game out, and ultimately it didn't go down for us. There was a significant amount of things, for us to even be in it, is a real credit to the resilience of the group, Jordan. But that's not winning football tonight. There was a lot of really good plays at different points that kept us competitive, gives us a chance to go into overtime. But we certainly did more to lose that game than we did win it tonight, and it did compound for sure.
All right, that's Sean McVay after the 26-23 overtime loss, and there's a lot in there. So let's start with what he said first. That's a bad call. That's a bad call by me. That's what we've been talking about. I don't think anybody thinks that the decision to go for it on 4th down there was questionable, especially considering the state of their kicking game. But once you saw the play, that was instantly, that just did not feel like a Sean McVay type of decision. And I mean, he owned it right there. He said, I'm absolutely sick at the call. It was a bad call by me.
Yeah, I'm not questioning his decision to go for it. I would have went for it as well. But the defense was so ready to defend the run right there. I just think that Sean got caught in a position where he wanted to show Kyron that he didn't lose faith and wanted to show his players that, we all make mistakes. Let's bounce back and next play mentality. And in reality, you should have just kept the ball in the hot hand and let Stafford make the decision right there.
I think you heard him say it. He'd do it again. I'm sure there's about 5 other different plays that he much rather would have gone with in that situation. Right now, let's talk about the Toyota player of the game. It's Trucktober at your Toyota dealers. The largest inventory of trucks is here. Explore a Tacoma's legendary off-road capability or a Tundra's powerful towing capacity. We make it easy. See your Toyota dealer today. So I'm going to throw this one out there. You tell me if you agree. I think the player of the game, it's got to be Mac Jones. 33 out of 49, 342, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. And who had Mac Jones coming in and lighting it up for a night?
I did.
Yeah,
I told you he has that. He is a winner. He doesn't have to be the most talented quarterback. He doesn't have to have the most arm talent. Doesn't have to be the most physically imposing guy. He just has that Baker Mayfield moxie where if you give me a chance and you're making mistakes, I'm going to capitalize and put my team in a position to win. He's 3-0 as a starter.
And, by the way, he took a beating in the second half.
Yes, he did.
They were really knocking him around. It looked at one point that his
cheeks fell out. He was getting hit.
Yeah, he was beat up. And I think it was Byron Young who landed on top of him at one point, and you could tell he was not in a good shape. He laid on the ground for a while.
I get a rib out of place.
Yeah, and you're thinking, okay, they're going to have to bring in their third-string quarterback who got signed to the active roster about 9 hours ago, just added to the roster today. And he sucked it up, and he went out there, and he was terrific.
Yeah. The best position in the NFL is backup quarterback. It's even better when you're not expected to be there long term and you're winning. Because when you go back to that bench as a 4-0 starter and Brock Purdy comes in, there is no pressure on you now. You got it made in the shade, baby. Hopefully Purdy stays healthy the rest of the year because you just Nick Foles yourself into another roster spot.
I wouldn't doubt it.
It's either $10,000 or $100,000 for every win he gets.
Yeah.
That he plays 50% of the snaps.
He's making money.
So he's making some money.
He is making some money, and the Niners are 4-1. They bounced back from their loss to Jacksonville a week ago. Now the Rams got to get on a plane coming up in 10 days. They got to go all the way to Baltimore to take on the Ravens, who are in a bad way as well. So it gets a little even more challenging for the Rams as they move forward. I want to kind of break down what Sean McVay said. He said a couple of other things along the way. We'll get into all of that. That is coming up on the Rams Postgame Show on the ESPN LA Rams Radio Network.
Thank you for listening to Rams 49ers tonight from SoFi Stadium.
Rams football is presented by Call Jacob. A lot of attorneys say they'll fight for you. Call Jacob and he will win for you. Call Jacob at 844-24-JACOB or visit calljacob.com.
The town loves a good highlight. But what happens after the lights go out? That's where real work starts. At Vista Paint, we're here for the ones that don't skip prep, who show up early, tape clean edges, and don't cut corners. We make the paint that covers, sticks, and gets it done. Going strong past the hype, because the best jobs don't need a filter, just the right tools. When you're working late and pushing through the weekend, you need a partner that stands with you. No gimmicks, no shortcuts. Just reliable products and local service you can trust. Vista Paint. No flash, just finish.
It's Trucktober at your Toyota dealer. Choose from the biggest inventory of the year of new Tacomas and Tundras with the biggest savings. Get a low APR or a great lease on the trucks with a legendary reputation for toughness, performance, and reliability. So hurry in today and take advantage of special Trucktober savings on a new Tacoma or Tundra, only at your Toyota dealer. We make it easy. Toyota, let's go places.
On Mason and Ireland, it's not just about sports. 1 minute you're talking Lakers basketball, the next you're talking life lessons with Lakers head coach JJ Redick.
So I love the fact that you hung out with McVay, who's on our show all the time. You hung out with Tom Brady. I consider myself to be a lifelong learner. Like, I don't have all the answers. I guess that's sort of, you're absorbing new information all the time. Where does that mindset come from?
I'm not really sure because I didn't really care for school. Number one, I do have just a general curiosity about stuff. I'm the type of person who spends an hour and a half going down a deep rabbit hole on ChatGPT. It used to be Wikipedia, but now it's me and my friend Chat.
It's sports, it's pop culture, it's food, it's smart talk with Mason and Ireland.
Sean McVay, Tom Brady, it's greatness. And why would I not take that opportunity?
Don't miss Mason and Ireland weekdays at noon on 710 ESPN, the ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
When it comes to food, the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show doesn't mess around.
Have you ever fallen asleep at a restaurant?
Fallen asleep.
Fallen asleep, not passed out.
Okay,
fallen
now that
asleep.
you've clarified a little bit, I have never fallen asleep at a restaurant.
Never had food coma.
No,
never
there's
had to put your
food,
head down.
and I'm having a good time. No.
From food comas to football, buffets to baseball, DeMarco and Travis are the perfect recipe for your afternoon drive.
We used to take over all you-can-eat places and stay there all day. Yeah,
You
it was
can
a
do
food
that?
hack. Like $8, we'd eat all day, literally.
Whether you're at work, on the road, or recovering from your own food coma, hang out with the guys.
Crushing Kung Pao chicken all day long.
All day. Find a booth, lean over, get some sleep, wake up, eat some more.
Mongolia beef.
Right,
Again.
right. Bring it around
Again.
Another round, please.
Yes, all day.
The DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show, weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. on 710 ESPN, the ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
And it is a final. Rams Niners is in the books. We react right now on the Rams postgame show, live from Hollywood Park Casino. Hollywood Park Casino Park Party and Play.
Time to recap Rams Niners. Week 5, Thursday Night Football from SoFi Stadium.
It's time for the Rams postgame show on the ESPN LA Rams radio network. Now live from Hollywood Park Casino with Sua Cravens. Here's your host, Travis Rogers.
26-23, the final score from SoFi. The Rams drop one in overtime to the 49ers, and they had multiple opportunities to win this game. So they had opportunities to win it in the kicking game. They had opportunities to win it with Kyren Williams towards the end of regulation. They had an opportunity to win it on the right arm of Matthew Stafford towards the end of overtime. Instead, they opted to run it there. And I think that's the biggest disappointment of all, is that it wasn't one play here or there like we talk about. In the NFL, it feels like 2 or 3 plays go a different way, things change. Rams had ample opportunities to do it. They couldn't cash in on any of their chances.
They had an opportunity to do it when they announced 5 starters weren't going to be playing for the 49ers. So just a game you absolutely have to have. Interdivision rival who has already beaten the other 2 teams you have yet to play and won't play until the second half of the season. You just gifted them a first-class ticket to first place in the division and a 3-0 clean sweep of the first half of teams they'll play.
All right, we are here at Hollywood Park Casino after the Rams dropped it in overtime. Morales is out there with the people. Chris, what's up?
So, Trav, here's the thing. There's so many Niner fans everywhere. I found somebody who wasn't wearing a Niners jersey, but he's wearing a Ravens jersey.
Next week.
Steven from Downey. He's a big listener. Steven, you're a Ravens fan and you're heartbroken about what the Rams did tonight.
Yeah, for the city of LA, it's just sad. It's sad.
It is sad. And you came here with Niners fans as your friends. Gutless bums, these Niner fans. But they won tonight. Steven, you said they should have kicked the field goal and not gone for it on 4th down.
Oh, absolutely. Also, to circle back on the Kyren Williams fumble, Ravens fan, we know that with Derrick Henry, so kick that field.
All right, we got some audio cutouts, just like the Rams offense cutout tonight, Carav.
Yeah, look, I don't have a problem with them going. We talked. Sean McVay himself said it's a bad call by me. I'm sick of the call that he decided to put in there. So I don't even think it's really much of a discussion point that when the head coach says, yeah, I blew the call at the end of the game, then he took responsibility for it. It felt like a weird call at the time. What he also said in his postgame remarks was, we weren't ready to go tonight. And it didn't look like they were ready to go. They were not getting pressure on Mac Jones through the early part of the game. They really didn't hit him at all until towards the end of the first half. The Rams offense was very listless in the first half. The Rams defense didn't put up much resistance in the first half. What happens, Sua, because, look, it happens occasionally. It happens in every sport where sometimes a team just comes out and they're just kind of stuck in the mud and you can't get started. Is there any explanation for it? Can you feel it coming during a week of practice, or is it sometimes it's just that the ball gets kicked off and you just can't get started?
They got caught sleepwalking. And they got caught playing down to their competition. And I fully believe that this Rams team went into this game thinking 49ers are licking their wounds. They just had a bad loss at home. None of their team is playing. This should be an easy win. And that's not necessarily the mindset that Coach McVay may have had, but these guys are human beings. And, when you have 3-day turnaround to get ready for a game that isn't necessarily a game you are worried, quote-unquote, worried about because you feel you may have it in the bag. The spread was more than 7. I think these guys got caught sleepwalking. And when the 49ers got up 14-0 and punched them in the mouth in the first quarter, it had 11 minutes of the first 15 minutes of the game, 11 minutes of possession. That was a wake-up call.
That will never make sense to me. I think you're right. But the idea, look, the Niners and the Rams always play close games. They're very, very rarely one-sided. And I don't care if they're missing 5 guys like they were. I know the Rams are missing Rob Havenstein. Okay, fine. But this was going to be a tight game. Like, if you thought you're just going to go out there and run them over because Mac Jones is out there or because George Kittle's unavailable, it's just not going to go that way. That's just not what happens in the NFL, especially when you're playing a rivalry game in your division.
Injuries and all that aside, the moment I saw that it was Rams versus Niners, Thursday night division game, I said, that's going to be a nail-biter. I don't care who's not playing. I don't care who looks like what. Throw it all out the window. Rivalry games, you never know. And here's just another example of what you can expect.
I'm looking outside the glass here at Hollywood Park Casino. See that yellow flashback? Throwback Gurley jersey?
I do.
That's when the team stepped up to win those kinds of games on prime time. That Monday night game against the Chiefs years ago.
Bell cow.
Tonight they didn't step up.
Sean, I don't know if you got a chance when you were out there chatting with the folks, Chris, but McVay said, he blamed himself.
Oh, shocking that he blamed himself.
He said it was a terrible call. And then what he said at the end, which I think is what you're getting at, is we did not play winning football. And this is the second time in 3 weeks. This is the second time in 3 weeks where they've done things that were very un-Ram-like. Now, the last 2 years, they've gotten off to slow starts, and they've had to come on like an absolute house of fire in the second half of the season to get going. This year, it felt like they had an opportunity to get off to a great start. Happens in Philadelphia, and then they have a half that's the most un-Ram-like football I've ever seen. And then basically tonight, I know Matthew Stafford was great, but just around, almost everybody else was not particularly good tonight. A bunch of huge mistakes. For them to not play winning football like this feels decidedly not like Sean McVay.
Here's the thing. If you're going to kick, I like them going for it.
I do too.
On 4th and 1. But if you're going to run that play, then you're not playing winning football when you know how it's going to turn out most of the time for them. This has been an ongoing
That's not a
issue.
play that they're good at.
They're not good at it. So either run a jet sweep, which you know you're good at, go for the end zone, or just kick.
Or let Matthew Stafford make a play with his arm.
Exactly.
Let Matthew Stafford make, there's a check down for a first down, great. If there's a shot in the end zone, great. And I think McVay knows
You're right,
that.
Sir. We should be upset.
I
People
think
yelling,
McVay knows
a Rams fan yelling
that's
out of
what this is. So
agony.
right?
Agony tonight, Travis.
Go ahead.
Sua, we should share some popcorn shrimp tonight.
No,
to feel
we
better.
shouldn't. That won't
The
fix
sanctity of the
anything.
post-game show relies on us having some joy tonight.
It doesn't, and there is a qualified individual that would love to share some shrimp with you just right about 10 yards to our right. So, yes.
You're not looking at me. Yeah, I've been around this way too long. Not a chance. The reason we're here, by the way, we haven't really talked about this. The overtime game was your fault, and it was your fault in the first quarter.
Yeah, I heard about this. I wasn't in the press box with you guys, but what happened now?
Here's what happens. So the first quarter took about 20 minutes. It went by like
It took 20 minutes.
It went by incredibly quickly. Sua is sitting to my right.
Well, the
and
Niners put up 2 touchdowns like that.
He says to me, hey, man, we're going to be home by 9 o'clock.
Oh, so you can't do that.
And I said to him at that time, I said, you realize what you just did? This game's going to overtime now.
He said that when it
in
was
the first quarter.
0.
I said it in the first
Thanks,
quarter.
So we'll be here in overtime now. Thanks.
And here we are.
Yeah.
Do you feel responsible?
I somewhat do.
You realize I got to do a morning show in like 6 hours?
You can get going if you want.
I've got a tea time at 7 if you want to
you
call
do?
it right now. We can just go our ways. I share shrimp. I get the dip right now.
Wait a minute. You share shrimp, and we can end the show. We'll run the close. After we share that shrimp, we run the close. We're done. We're in the local out now. It really can.
Deal?
Yeah, we're fine.
Deal?
Yeah, but we got to get the shrimp. That's probably going to take 10 minutes to get the shrimp.
If we get the shrimp and I share shrimp.
Guys, are we hearing this?
We
Can
all
we
get the shrimp
Somebody go
early.
pull some shrimp off of somebody's table.
We all get to leave early if that's the case. Yes, we're done.
Okay, I'm ready for it. Find me some shrimp to share with you.
Hey, I need that round comped. I need that round comped. That round at your club.
I'll buy the shrimp. How about that? You pay for the golf, and I'll buy the shrimp.
Yeah, it's
I
very
will buy the
expensive in his
popcorn
golf
shrimp.
club.
That's right. That's right. Like Chris says, I like to squeeze the quarter till the eagle screams. I like to be careful.
I would
All right.
like Sean McVay to squeeze off some wins.
He's done a pretty good job.
This season is remember, I have a 14-3 prediction. I just talked to Les Snead earlier this week on the Sedano and Cap Morning Show. I said, remember our time, Chalk Talk? You called me a positive young man for calling 14-3.
Now I know he didn't know who you were.
It's not looking good. It's not looking good.
No. Tonight was a game you had to have if
They're
you're going to go
definitely
14-3.
gonna lose another game.
Especially shorthanded. They got Baltimore coming up, who's coming off of a handful of losses in a row. We'll see what they do.
Well, who
against
knows?
Houston.
They don't have Lamar, so apparently that's the Rams' kryptonite.
secret sauce.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. We were looking at the Ravens game going, hey, they don't have Lamar. Niners don't have Purdy. They're going to rattle off a couple wins here easily. Now you got to be worried about what Baltimore's going to do to you.
And a loss before the bye week.
Oh,
ooh.
No, they still got to go to Jacksonville in London. Okay. Jacksonville in London.
By the way, Jacksonville is not just.
No, they didn't stink.
Yeah,
they usually do, but they don't this year, or at least not right now.
They just beat this Niners team that they lost to.
All right, let's talk about what they can get done against Baltimore coming up in 10 days. Plus more your phone calls, 877-710-ESPN. We'll take a look around the rest of the league. Still lots more to get to, including the shrimp on the Rams postgame show on 710 ESPN.
Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, official California gaming and casino partner of the Los Angeles Rams. See for yourself what made readers of Newsweek and USA Today name Pechanga the best casino outside of Las Vegas. Visit Pechanga.com for more information.
Downey Hyundai is receiving hundreds of new vehicles every month. Why? Because they've been a sales leader in the Western region all year. That means a tremendous selection of the hottest Hyundais, like the Tucson, Santa Fe, Sonata, or the all-electric Ioniqs. Every new Hyundai comes with America's best warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty with the Hyundai Owner Assurance Program. Get to Downey Hyundai today or online at DowneyHyundai.com. More cars, more deals, less hassle. Downey Hyundai.
Everyone has a community to lean on. A neighborhood, school, kids' teams, where you worship, work out, or any other place or group where you choose to belong. Communities can provide support when you need it, and even when you don't know you do. Like when it comes to preventing underage drinking and other substance use. You've talked with your kids and shared clear expectations, but you're not with them every minute. Your community members, friends and relatives, teachers and coaches, faith leaders, and other important adults in your kids' lives can be your eyes, ears, and a supportive influence when you're not around, reinforcing your messages with your kids and alerting you to warning signs of underage drinking or other substance use. So talk with your kids about these issues and involve the members of your community to help keep your kids safe. Because when you talk, they hear you. For more information, visit talktheyhearyou.samhsa.gov.
You are never too old for a family. The Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is dedicated to finding forever families for children who have been waiting in foster care the longest. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
This is the Rams postgame show on the ESPN LA Rams Radio Network.
Time to recap Rams Niners. Week 5, Thursday Night Football from SoFi Stadium.
We react right now on the Rams postgame show live from Hollywood Park Casino. Hollywood Park Casino Park Party and Play.
Now live from Hollywood Park Casino, back to Travis and Sua right now.
Huge missed opportunity for the Rams today at SoFi Stadium on a Thursday night. They lose 26-23 to the San Francisco 49ers. They fall to 3-2, 0-1 in the division. San Francisco improves to 4-1 and 3-0 in the division. Rams got to go to Baltimore coming up a week from Sunday. That one kicks off at 10 a.m. Ravens, of course, 1-3. They got a game against the Texans coming up on Sunday as well. We're here at Hollywood Park Casino. Morales is out there with the people. Chris, I see you with your favorite, the San Francisco 49er.
I got a Niners fan here, but I also got John from the Valley. He's a Rams fan, John. John, you were at the game. You came up to me. You said, Morales, are you going to share this shrimp with Sua? I said, maybe in a few minutes. But you said, I heard you on the radio. I heard you on the app. You painted your face for this, and the Rams lost. What was that?
Really, really, really disappointing. I understand the move. I understand the analytics. I get it, going for it. But we were sitting up at the 400 section at SoFi, and I still didn't understand. They went for it, and it just didn't work out. I'm like, really?
They're gutless, right, John?
Yes.
Say they're gutless.
They're absolutely gutless.
There we go, John. John's got a friend, though, Ty. Ty's a Niners fan, a gutless Niners fan. Ty.
Hey, I need some bang bang here, baby.
All right, I don't know what he said, but that's okay.
Bang, bang.
Oh, you went bang, bang? Oh, now he brought a bunch of Niners.
They're coming in.
We come in flocks, you know what I mean? We're here together, yeah. Rams blew it.
There's Niner fans everywhere. They're like cockroaches. They won't go away, Trav.
They come in a lot. Every year there's a lot of those red jerseys, unfortunately.
Red jerseys everywhere.
Yeah.
Sua, we're getting the shrimp. We're going to share it and end this show.
I don't know if the time is worth it at this point.
The question is, do you want to share the shrimp or do you want to kill a half an hour? That's
exactly.
That's the decision that you have to make right now. Look, this was a missed opportunity on so many different levels. To get a divisional win, to get a hand up on the 49ers, to give them 2 losses in a row. And it wasn't like they had so many different opportunities. And the guy that Chris was talking to there a second ago, that's what it was. It was. I don't have any problem at all with the decision to go. It didn't work out. I didn't like the play call. But it wasn't just that. It was all the other things that didn't work leading up to it. It was the fumbles. It was the drops. It was the inopportune penalties. It was 2 missed kicks, another one getting blocked along the way. It was across the board. Sean McVay said it when he was talking a second ago. In all 3 phases, they needed to be better. I think other than Matthew Stafford being great tonight, there really wasn't a lot to get super excited about.
What scares me about this loss is that Matthew Stafford was great in the second half. His numbers were great in total. You had every reason to win this game. 5 missing starters. You're at home. They're coming off a loss, and you found a way to lose. That does not bode well for what you have ahead of you. You have a similar test with a Baltimore Ravens team that is going to be better than the team you played tonight, with or without Lamar, and they can give Derrick Henry 40 carries and win a game like that. You now are in a must-win next week. You are now in a must-win in London before the bye week. We were talking about this team fighting for the best team spot in the NFC 2 weeks ago. Now we're questioning, are they going to be able to make it to the bye week without limping into it?
Yeah, this feels familiar for the last. Look, they're 3-2, which is it's okay. It's not great. It should be at least 4-1, if not 5-0.
Feels like 2-3 the way you've lost them.
It does. It does. And look, they've been able to dig themselves out of some holes the last couple of years and find a way to play much better football in the second half. I think that's one of the strengths of Sean McVay and what he does. His teams continue to get better throughout the course of the year. But, in the event that you got to go on the road, in the event that, it comes down to the last day and you're fighting for a playoff spot or any of those things, it's games like this that you come back. I get it. You play 17 of them, and you're not going to win them all. But this was not a game where you got beat. This was a game where you handed it to your arch rival.
Yeah, and when you're 9-7 on the fringe, and those tiebreakers and one game that separates you from the wild card starts to matter. You're going to look back at these games and go, what if against Philly? What if we don't blow that home Thursday night game to the Niners?
And they just haven't been able to get any momentum. Like they both, it just seems like right when they get ready to get going, they do. They stub their toe in Philly, and then this mess of a game today here at SoFi. 26-23, the final score. We'll take a look at some of the other games coming up here in Week 5 of the NFL season. That's straight ahead on the Rams postgame show on 710 ESPN.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here, KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
Ever feel like the road is out to... Thankfully, Hyundai is always working to ensure it doesn't, with over 130 IIHS Top Safety Awards since 2006. IIHS Top Safety Awards include Top Safety Pick and Top Safety Pick Plus awards to Hyundai vehicles from 2006 to 2025.
Right now, for a limited time, get 1.99% APR on the Hyundai Tucson or the Tucson Hybrid. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end November 3rd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
710 ESPN, the home of the purple and gold, and the home of Mason and Ireland.
Luka Doncic.
I'm great. You guys?
You go through this body transformation. I did too. I gained 15 pounds since the end of the season. Do you have any advice for me?
I don't.
You're a lost cause. It's over for me.
Mason and Ireland, weekdays at noon on 710 ESPN, the ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Mama, what does the chicken say?
Chicken. Oh, okay.
When the wolf?
Oh, a wolf.
Ooh! What about the tiny dog? Cat. Owl. Dolphin? What does the turkey say? Whale.
Whale sound.
Do the giraffe.
Giraffe, really? Okay. Giraffe.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are buckled correctly in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right.
Visit NHTSA.gov/the right seat.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
This is the Rams postgame show on the ESPN LA Rams Radio Network.
Recapping everything that went down tonight at the Palace in Inglewood. Week 5, Thursday Night Football is a final.
And live today from Hollywood Park Casino, Park Party and Play. We react right now with Travis and Sue of the Rams postgame show. Your reaction at 877-710-ESPN.
You're listening to the Rams postgame show.
This is the Rams postgame show. Now live from Hollywood Park Casino. Back to Travis and Sua right now.
Update from Hollywood Park Casino. I've been told that the shrimp is on the way. Sua, is that actually going to happen?
If I want
Apparently
the people
it's
to
like
know,
coconut shrimp.
the moment this shrimp gets here, because listen, I have a tea time at 7 in the morning.
I got a morning show at 7 in the morning.
We've got to make business decisions. I've got an hour and a half drive.
Oh, where are
from
you
here.
going?
I'm going straight to the Mech, the
Oh, you
dangerous
are?
streets of the Mech. I'm going
You and
there.
I used to run those streets
Well, you used
together.
to run the mean streets of Murrieta, you were telling us before.
Yeah, apparently there are Marietta Hyenas I've never seen.
The Marietta Hyenas. I've never seen the Marietta Hyenas.
Yeah, so I have a business decision that I'm going to make. And because this game went into overtime, it looks like our out time will be like 10:50. That's
like
about
that.
time.
Something like that.
If I eat this shrimp now, though, I
When
can
the shrimp gets here,
Here's the
we
thing,
can
though.
just run the close and call it a night. I'm fine with that.
You know this. You know this. Getting up for a tea time is never hard.
It's
no matter
not.
how little sleep there is, you can always pop out of bed for a tea time.
If you were telling me that my 5:30 alarm is for a dentist appointment
No,
tomorrow,
you're hitting snooze. You're not getting
awful.
up. Yeah,
awful.
You'll take the penalty. You're not showing
I'm
up.
going to wake up 10 minutes before my alarm goes off and just stare at my phone so I can go and then head to the course.
Like, you're going to be up, teeth brushed, golf bag over your shoulder. You're going to be heading out
Cup
the
of
door
Joe,
when that alarm
ready to
goes
go.
off. Yeah, you're going to beat everybody to the course.
And there, guess what? I will send you 2 pictures in the morning. One of Kyron Williams fumbling the ball on fourth.
I did not consent to a
on
picture
the goal
of the
line,
shrimp.
and a picture of the shrimp.
I did not consent to a picture of the shrimp.
Yeah, the fumble at the goal line, an absolute killer. Kyron Williams, his 7th lost fumble since 2023. This one quite simply cost the Rams the game. They had another chance to win it again later, but had that gone, I got bad news for you guys. Here comes the shrimp right now. Now it's on. Here's the good news, Sue. It's on skewers.
It is.
So I don't know how this is going to
shake out here. One is all we need.
Yeah, over here.
So officially, this is the last segment of the show.
Looks like you have a little chutney here. It looks like you maybe have like some
I don't need any
or
sauce transaction between these lips.
Are you going to like Lady and the Tramp?
Yeah.
You
Can't just eat a shrimp. You have to. Oh my God, he's really doing it.
So
no.
Tail being removed.
It's.
Okay. All right.
Are we watching this, everybody?
Yeah,
this is
go
a
ahead.
moment that Sue Craven said would never happen.
Listen. I want to go home. This is purely a business decision, and I have to go.
All right, get your.
I don't like that they're all crowding around.
Well, this was a moment that
you understand.
This might be listen. The Rams lost tonight, so this is the highlight.
This is going to live on YouTube.
Why are you so
forever.
happy? Why?
Because you said it wouldn't happen.
To do this.
You said it wouldn't happen.
Go ahead.
I think my dad's watching this right now.
Mr. Cravens?
Look, yeah. No, I don't know if that counts or not.
I felt beard on my lip.
Well, that's not my fault.
I did not consent to beard on the lip. We shared.
We didn't share. There was no biting of food.
Yeah, I think the shrimp is under the desk here.
We got 4 more to try. We can try it next segment if you want.
Well, you guys can retry. In the meantime, let's talk about some of these other games that
Did
are
you see
coming
how
up.
fat? That's why he was a safety in the NFL. He jumped quickly.
Pretty quick. Brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Morongo Casino, good times. Let's start right here, Sue. We talked about this a little during the pregame show. The Vikings and the Browns play a London game early on Sunday. The Rams, 2 Sundays from now, will have the same early London game against the Jags. But the first start for Dylan Gabriel for the Browns. You know, Flacco is out, Gabriel is in, and go ahead and start the clock on Shadur Sanders.
I don't know what's happening. I don't understand this because they've already said that if Gabriel was to struggle, they would go back to Flacco. The Browns are going to Brown. I don't think that Gabriel is ready to be the starter. What's the point in starting Flacco?
Yeah.
If you're going to go to him
If you're
going
to go to him this early, why not go to him at the beginning of the year?
Just make him the starter and just make it his season.
And if you go to Gabriel and then he's not ready, can you really go back to Flacco? I mean, you just kind of threw all in with Gabriel. If you're going to ride and try to develop a new quarterback, then you got to try to ride and develop a new quarterback. To pull him in and out seems like the worst possible idea.
The last thing that they want is Shadur coming in and looking 1% better than Dylan Gabriel, because now it's even worse. And it doesn't sound like the situation can get worse, but like that shrimp situation I was in, it can get worse.
It can always.
How can I eat one of these shrimp?
Always
that one
get
didn't
worse.
get in my mouth, that last one.
I don't know. Do you want any of the dips, Chris? There's hollandaise and
A
looks
little
like
hot
some
and creamy
sort of,
dip right here.
hot and creamy, just like the Carl's Jr. double Western bacon spicy cheeseburger.
It's a good shrimp.
Yeah. Don't eat the skewer.
I'm out of here. I'm working for free at this point.
No. We didn't share it.
What?
You jumped. That's the rule.
Did you eat shrimp?
It fell out of your mouth, and it went flying on the floor.
If we are allowing this, I will seek revenge all year long.
I'm just telling you.
No. I had man mustache touch my lip.
Mustache to mustache?
It was beard.
Because you got a little mustache too, you know.
I couldn't
Maybe you
tell
were feeling-
when
you were
my
feeling-
mustache ended and his begun, but it wasn't a feeling that I want to ever feel again.
All right, one more quick game here. Lions and Bengals. This is the team that I picked the Lions in my eliminator pool. How should I feel good about that? The Bengals looked horrible on Monday night.
It would be extremely hard for Jake Browning to move the football after what we saw last week and the week prior. Don't know what the answer is for the Bengals right now, other than
wait until next year.
Wait till next year and invest in your offensive line
How many
for
times
Joe
are they going
Burrow's
to get
sake.
Burrow hurt? And
Yeah.
maybe, look, turf toe, I don't know if that's necessarily an offensive line, but Burrow has missed a lot. For one of the best quarterbacks in the league, he misses a lot of time, and they do not protect him well.
I mean, the Bengals are on a short list of being just like the Browns, of organizations of like, what the hell are you guys doing? You don't pay Trey Hendrickson. You get into this contract dispute just to give him the money that he was looking for this year. You don't know how to sign your draft picks because you don't want to put in a clause that's more specific as to what getting in trouble means for Shamar Stewart. You don't pay anybody on offense. You let half your defense go away. Like, You gave all your money to 2 receivers and have no O-line to defend your best player on your team. I couldn't tell you what the answer is for the Bengals
All right,
now.
let's talk about how they're going to get ready to go to Baltimore coming up in 10 days and try to end this little skid at just 1 game. It's all coming up next on the Rams Postgame Show on 710 ESPN.
Every day, women like me go to the doctor for annual checkups for conditions like breast cancer. Early detection saved my life. But women with disabilities face a cruel reality: inaccessible medical facilities and equipment.
I went to a doctor's office I was told was accessible, but when I got there, I couldn't get through the front door.
Our veterans deserve better. Help PVA fight for access at pva.org.
The We Make It Easy sales event is here. So now's the best time for a great deal on a new Toyota. Choose from the biggest selection of the year with the biggest savings. Drive home the all-hybrid Camry with its striking design, a trail-conquering Tacoma 4x4, or an adventurous RAV4. So hurry into your Toyota dealer. The time to drive home your new Toyota is here. We make it easy. Toyota. Let's go places.
The future depends on teachers. Every day, teachers are shaping our tomorrows, starting their students on journeys that will change the course of history. Right now, in a classroom somewhere in the United States, there's a teacher inspiring a future scientist who will make preventing pandemics their life's work, sharpening the mind of an aspiring environmentalist who will help combat climate change, and generating possibilities for a student who will be the first in their family to graduate college. It all starts with teachers who meet challenges with creativity, who reinvent education for the future, who work towards a school system that lifts up every child, regardless of race, income, or zip code, and who enable the full potential of our students, our communities, and our country. Explore a career that leaves a legacy you can be proud of. Shape the future. Teach. Learn more and receive free support at teach.org.
This is the Rams Postgame Show on the ESPN LA Rams Radio Network.
Time to recap Rams-Niners. Week 5, Thursday Night Football from SoFi Stadium.
We react right now on the Rams Postgame Show, live from Hollywood Park Casino. Hollywood Park Casino Park Party and Play.
Now live from Hollywood Park Casino, back to Travis and Sua right now.
26-23, the final score from SoFi Stadium. The Rams let it slip right through their fingers. They dropped their second game of the season. They are 3-2. The Niners on top of the NFC West at 4-1. And fumbles, blocked kicks, missed kicks, dropped passes, stuffed on 4th and 1 from the 11-yard line. So it's not like they didn't have plenty of opportunities to get this squared away.
Yeah, you had every way to win this game. You could have did it running the ball. You could have did it you could have just kept passing it, to be honest. You could have just kept the ball in Stafford's hand and ran them out the building in that fourth quarter. I don't think anybody on that defense was going to be able to get in the way of what he was doing, but just questionable decision-making in the worst times, and here we are again. Rams give another game away.
And McVay said in his post-game press conferences, or post-game press conference, I should say, bad call by me. I'm sick. I put us in a bad position to try to win that game, that he hated the play call that he ultimately ended with. And I think that's where I land on it. The decision to go, fine. No, I mean, especially with the way your kicking game's been, way below the line. To go for it, great, but to try to run it in that situation. Matthew Stafford in the second half, 21-34, 280 yards and 2 touchdowns. Let Matthew Stafford win the game.
I just don't get why Stafford can't do this the entire game. I mean, if this is what you want to do and you want to be pass happy.
Why is he so much better with tempo like that?
Yeah, it seems like he takes a little while to get warmed up. He missed Tutu Atwell on a throw early where it was an easy 35-yard pickup. He missed a few early throws on the inside where easy 5-yard pickup and should have been picked off again twice tonight. And we saw in the last few weeks he should have been picked off a few times too. So I don't know, something about the first half Stafford doesn't like, but he comes out alive with his hair on fire in a second.
You mentioned Tutu. Tutu had the big 88-yard touchdown to win the game last week. He had another big catch. He had a 38-yarder that put them right down. That was right before the fumble ultimately by Kyren Williams. 2 catches, 72 more yards. He's becoming more of a weapon than he's ever been at any point in his Rams career.
Finally, I think that's how he feels too. I'm finally becoming a part of this offense where I'm a real option to where if we need a chunk player, we need a first down, we need a go-to, have it down, I can be one of those guys, and he's showing the wheels. Stafford looked for him deep a few times. I'm telling you, he missed him early on one, but he corrected it in the second half.
Okay, so they go on the road next. They go to Baltimore coming up on October 12th. We'll see whether or not Lamar Jackson is ready to go. Cooper Rush is their backup quarterback in Baltimore.
Yeah.
A totally different type of quarterback than Lamar. Like, we've typically seen Lamar with a backup that isn't exactly Lamar Jackson, but at least kind of cut from the same cloth. Cooper Kupp, not even in the same universe.
We're used to seeing Huntley back there, and he's basically a poor man's Lamar. But Cooper Rush, this is just, we saw him in Dallas a little bit, and now he's in Baltimore. We saw him a little bit last week against the Chiefs, and he wasn't very effective. This is obviously not the same offense when Lamar is back there, but you still got King Henry back there. You still have a defense that's supposed to be good, but, the NFL is weird this year. We don't know who's going to win these games. Any given weekend, it's really what it is.
What's this week of practice like? I mean, when such a disappointing loss with so many different things that went poorly, is it just an awful week of practice, or do you turn the page relatively quickly? Like the next couple of days, do you check out, you come back to the facility on Monday just like it never happened, or is there a hangover after a loss?
Sean probably's already moved on, and he'll move accordingly. But as a player, you're still thinking about this, and it's not going to be as fun to be on social media, or it's not going to be as fun to laugh and joke at practice when you're on coming off a game that you should have won, especially at home. So I'm thinking this week will be a little bit more serious, a little bit more physical, and you'll see a little bit more of a humble attitude from this Rams team.
I know they went right back to him. I mean, Kyren fumbled towards the end of the fourth quarter. By the time he got back in overtime, he was back out on the field. He had the carry that basically ended the game when he got stuffed on fourth down. But if you're Sean McVay, if you're the running back coach, if you're a part of the offensive staff, what do you do with a guy that repeatedly puts the ball on the ground? Mistakes happen. I get it. 7 fumbles since 2003 is not a mistake. That's a trend. That's a habit. That's a bad habit. How do you stop it? And if it doesn't stop, they just paid him.
You shorten his leash. Unfortunately, you gotta provide an example, and luckily you're blessed with a backup like Blake Corum, who's showed that he can be productive if put into a role where he needs to be the feature back. Not saying that you need to punish Kyren and bench him and take him out his role. Nothing like that. You just minimize his carries to the point where you're like, okay, you've shown me that I can't necessarily trust you right now, so I'm still going to give you your normal workload, except Blake might take 5 additional carries this week.
What's crazy is he had a pretty good night until the absolute disaster. He had 14 carries for 65 yards. He caught 8 passes for another 66. He scored twice. He had 2 touchdown passes, receiving touchdowns along the way. And it's just up in smoke because he puts the ball on the ground on the 1-yard line.
It's just like the kicker. You hit the first 5 field goals in regulation to send us to overtime, and you're the hero, and then you miss the one kick to win it. And everybody's forgotten about that body of work you just built. As a running back, one thing you cannot do, I don't care if you don't score, I don't care if you don't have the best day on the ground, you cannot fumble the ball.
Chris?
Crash Override on Twitter tweets at us, Sua. He says, foul on the play. There was no sharing of shrimp between Sua and Morales. There was no bite, and Sua pulled out too soon. And when we look at the videotape tomorrow morning on the Sedano and Cap Morning Show at 7 a.m., because this will be a topic, especially because Bergman was pushing it on you in the press box earlier.
It should be a topic on how you didn't keep your word and how I'm still working right now.
Because we didn't share the shrimp.
We did.
No,
it's down here underneath my chair.
Yeah, exactly. If it's underneath his chair, we didn't share it. So that'll be a topic.
We're on the shrimp the same time my lips were on
but
the
we
shrimp.
didn't eat the shrimp.
That was sharing the shrimp.
No. I have to have the shrimp eaten.
I didn't consent to your mustache trying to entangle my mustache.
It's a beard, by the way. A very nice beard. I oil it. I wax it. I balm it.
I don't want to be able to smell what you had for lunch. Ever.
And that's how close I was. Right?
What?
You're going to eat that last shrimp, right?
I don't know if I should. I got a
You already ate the other 3. Why stop at 3?
I mean,
we did eat one of the other 3.
Oh, it's right there under his chair.
No, it's right there.
I see 2 bite marks.
No, well, it got bit in half, but nobody actually ever.
You know what else got bitten in half?
Go ahead.
The Rams defense in the first half. They made Mac Jones.
Focus on the weird stuff.
Which stuff?
The defense is not why they lost the game. There's like 6 people you could blame for this. The defense is not one of them.
But giving up 14 points in the first quarter to this team, Probably not a great way
They
to
only
start.
scored 26 in the whole
but
game.
not a great way to start.
You kind of can blame the defense for letting Kendrick Bourne look like prime Terrell Owens.
Kendrick Bourne, who had 10 catches for 149
Looked
yards.
like Terrell Owens out there tonight.
Final score, 26-23. The Rams lose in overtime. Up next, the Baltimore Ravens. That one will kick off at 10 o'clock. Sue and I will have the Toyota Rams countdown to kickoff. That's starting at 8, and then right into all the play-by-play, and then immediately after we'll have the post-game show as well, and hopefully the Rams can get back on the right side of that one. For Chris Morales, Sue at Cravens, I'm Travis Rogers. This has been the Rams post-game show on 710 ESPN.
Thank you for listening to Rams 49ers tonight from SoFi Stadium.
Rams football is presented by Call Jacob. A lot of attorneys say they'll fight for you. Call Jacob and he will win for you. Call Jacob at 844-24-JACOB or visit calljacob.com.
Jeff Dunham, Artificial Intelligence, his all-new tour.